The Galactic Council chamber fell silent when the human delegation arrived. Ambassador Chen walked with measured steps, but it was the small figure beside her that drew every alien eye. A human child, no more than 10 solar cycles old, held her hand. Behind them, a containment unit hummed softly, its reinforced walls hiding something that made the environmental sensors spike with warnings. Vortek, the Craxian representative, slammed 3 of his 4 hands on the podium. His scales rippled with anger. "This is an outrage! You bring a juvenile to treaty negotiations? And what manner of weapon do you hide in that container?" The child, Maya Chen, looked up at the towering alien without fear. Her dark eyes were calm, almost amused. "It's not a weapon," she said simply. "It's my friend." The Council had summoned Earth's delegation to answer for what they called biological terrorism. 3 Craxian mining colonies had been abandoned after human survey teams visited nearby planets. The Craxians claimed Earth had released dangerous creatures to drive them away. They demanded reparations, territory, and most importantly, they wanted humans banned from expanding further into the Outer Rim. Ambassador Chen activated the holographic display. Images of Earth filled the chamber, rotating slowly. "Counselors, you accuse us of weaponizing our fauna. You claim we deliberately release dangerous beasts on your colonies. But you fundamentally misunderstand what Earth is and what humanity has done." A Valorian counselor, its gaseous form shimmering with curiosity, spoke through its translation matrix. "Please explain, Ambassador. Our scouts report that Earth once teamed with apex predators, creatures with claws, fangs, venom. Yet now your world is domesticated, safe. Where did these beasts go?" Maya stepped forward before her mother could answer. The child's voice carried through the chamber with unexpected authority. "We didn't kill them all, if that's what you think. We made them understand." Vortek laughed, a harsh scraping sound. "A child speaks of making predators understand? Ridiculous! Our species has studied behavioral modification for millennia. True apex predators cannot be reasoned with, cannot be controlled. They are chaos given flesh." "That's because you've never met real apex predators," Maya said quietly. She touched the control pad on her wrist, and the containment unit began to open. "You've evolved on worlds where the strongest survived by avoiding conflict, by hiding, by running. Earth didn't work that way." The container's walls retracted. Inside, curled on a cushioned platform, was a creature roughly the size of a large dog. Its fur was silver gray with black markings, its body low and powerful. It appeared to be sleeping. "This," Maya announced, "is Rattel. His species has a name in Old Earth language. We call them honey badgers." The creature's eyes opened. They were small, dark, and held an intelligence that made several counselors shift uncomfortably. Rattel stretched, yawned to reveal impressive teeth, then waddled over to Maya. The child reached down and scratched behind his ears. "Adorable," Vortek sneered. "You bring a pet to intimidate us? This proves my point." Humans are delusional about their own importance. Ambassador Chen smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "Counselors, let me tell you about the honey badger. This animal, which weighs perhaps 15 kilograms, once terrorized creatures 50 times its size. It has skin so tough that arrows, porcupine quills, and even some projectile weapons cannot penetrate it. Its jaws can crack tortoise shells. It can survive venoms that would kill most species in this chamber." She pulled up more data. The honey badger is immune or resistant to cobra venom, bee stings, and even some nerve agents. It has been documented attacking lions, killing crocodiles, and raiding beehives despite being stung thousands of times. When cornered, it does not flee. It attacks. The Valorian's form rippled with concern. "Then why would you bring such a creature here? This seems to prove the Craxian accusation." Maya looked up at the gaseous being. Because Rattel obeys me. Not because I'm stronger than him. Not because I have him locked up or drugged or controlled with technology. He obeys because we have an understanding. She knelt beside the honey badger and whispered something. Rattel's ears perked up. Then, in a display of shocking speed, the creature bounded toward Vortex platform. The Craxian representative stumbled backward, his guards reaching for weapons. "Hold!" the council chairwoman commanded. No one moved. Rattel stopped exactly 1 meter from the platform. He sat, looking up at Vortex with those dark, intelligent eyes. The Craxian's scales had paled to a sickly green. Maya's voice echoed through the chamber. Earth has no beasts left because we gave them a choice. We taught them that cooperation with humans leads to food, shelter, protection, and purpose. We showed them that fighting alongside us is more rewarding than fighting against us. She walked to Rattel, and the honey badger immediately returned to her side. But we never made them weak. We never bred the danger out of them. Earth creatures learned to channel their aggression, to wait for our command. The great cats that once hunted us now guard our homes. The wolves that stalked us became our dogs, but they remember what they were. Every earth animal that works with humans could destroy us if we broke their trust. Ambassador Chen continued the explanation. The creatures you found on the mining colonies weren't weapons we deployed. They were earth fauna that had been illegally traded and abandoned. Without human guidance, without the understanding we've built over thousands of years, they reverted to their natural behavior. But even then, they didn't attack randomly. She pulled up security footage from one of the abandoned colonies. It showed Craxian miners using shock weapons on what appeared to be a small earth cat. The animal fled, but others came. Within a week, the colony was overrun with creatures that had learned humans were not there to protect them. "You hurt something under our protection," Maya said softly. The other animals knew. They communicated. On Earth, we call it the grapevine, the network. Animals talk to each other, warn each other. You became marked as threats. Vortex found his voice, though it shook. "You're saying these beasts have loyalty, intelligence? That's impossible. They're animals." "No," Maya corrected. "They're earth animals. There's a difference." She gestured to Rattel. "Show them." The honey badger's demeanor changed instantly. His relaxed posture shifted to something predatory. His small eyes locked onto Vortex with an intensity that made the large alien take another step back. Rattel's muscles tensed, and a low sound emanated from his throat, something between a growl and a hiss that spoke of absolute fearlessness. Every predatory instinct that evolution had honed over millions of years was suddenly visible. Here was a creature that had fought venomous snakes for breakfast, that had driven lions from kills, that knew no concept of retreat. The fact that he was small became irrelevant. Size didn't matter when you were too stubborn to acknowledge you could lose. "Stand down, Rattel," Maya said calmly. Instantly, the honey badger relaxed. He waddled back to Maya and made a chittering sound, almost playful. She produced a treat from her pocket, and he took it gently from her fingers. The council chamber was absolutely silent. The Valorian spoke first. "The child controls such a creature with words alone. How?" Maya smiled. "Because he trusts me. Because my ancestors spent thousands of years proving to his ancestors that we could be trusted. Earth has no beasts left because we turned them into something more dangerous than beasts. We made them allies. We made them family. And anyone who threatens our family learns why Earth's predators are the most dangerous in the galaxy." She looked directly at Vortex. "You wanted to know if we weaponized our animals? No, we partnered with them. Every human child learns to work with creatures that could kill them. We grow up respecting their power while knowing they respect ours. That's why you'll never beat us in a conflict. Because we don't just fight with technology. We fight with creatures that chose to stand beside us." Ambassador Chen delivered the final blow. The Craxian colonies were never attacked by Earth bioweapons. They were judged by Earth's animal kingdom and found wanting. If you want those colonies back, you'll need to earn the trust of the creatures there, just as you'll need to earn the trust of humanity. Because on Earth, we learned long ago that the strongest bonds are forged through mutual respect, not domination. The council chairwoman looked at the small human child standing confidently beside a creature that embodied fearless aggression, and she understood. Earth hadn't conquered its predators through strength alone. They'd done something far more impressive. They'd convinced those predators that humanity was worth protecting. "The charges are dismissed," the chairwoman declared, "and I suggest the Craxian Empire learn to treat other species with more respect. Clearly, Earth's fauna is a better judge of character than our scanners." As the delegation left, Maya whispered to Rattel, "Good boy. You were perfect." The honey badger chittered happily, and if the nearby aliens noticed that his eyes tracked them until they were out of sight, calculating and assessing as any apex predator would, they wisely chose not to mention it. After all, they'd just learned an important lesson. Earth had no beasts left because humanity had created something far more formidable. Beasts who chose their battles wisely, who waited for the right moment, who combined primal ferocity with strategic thinking. And that was infinitely more terrifying than any mindless predator could ever be.